They were two halves of a whole, laughing, dreaming, existing in perfect harmony. Their days were filled with shared glances, inside jokes, and the comfortable silence of understanding. She held his hand a certain way, their fingers intertwined like the roots of ancient trees. He knew her favorite color, her dreams, the way her nose crinkled when she laughed. They were invincible, or so it seemed. Their love story was one for the ages, a tale whispered on the wind. Distance, they thought, could never touch the depth of their bond. Not even the vast expanse of an ocean could diminish the fire that burned between them. They promised to stay connected, to bridge the miles with late-night calls and whispered promises. Their love, they vowed, would conquer all. Little did they know, distance had its own plans, a cruel game to play with unsuspecting hearts. She boarded the plane, a bright smile plastered on her face. He stood there, a silent observer, his heart heavy in his chest. The miles stretched before him, an uncharted territory of fear and uncertainty. He clung to her last words, "It will be okay," but doubt gnawed at the edges of his mind. Her calls became less frequent, her voice distant, lacking the warmth he craved. Her texts were short, devoid of the emojis and silly jokes that once filled their conversations. Something had shifted, a subtle change in the tectonic plates of their love. He brushed it off at first, blaming the time difference, the stress of a new environment. But deep down, a seed of unease began to sprout, its tendrils reaching into the darkest corners of his heart. He yearned for her, his body aching for her touch, his soul craving her presence. Then came the whispers, rumors carried on the digital breeze. Photos surfaced, her smiling face pressed against another's. He saw her, tagged in posts at parties, her eyes sparkling with a joy he no longer recognized. Denial morphed into a bitter cocktail of confusion and betrayal. He confronted her, his voice trembling with a vulnerability he couldn't mask. Her answers were vague, filled with half-truths and carefully crafted excuses. She denied, deflected and dismissed his concerns, leaving him lost in a labyrinth of doubt. His heart, once a beacon of warmth and love, turned cold, encased in a layer of ice. The pain was unbearable, a constant ache that radiated through his being. His mind raced, replaying memories, searching for clues he might have missed. He withdrew, retreating into himself, seeking solace in the silence. The once vibrant colors of his world faded to muted shades of gray. He was a ghost haunting the remnants of their love, unable to let go, unable to move on. One day he woke up, the weight of her absence crushing him. He realized he couldn't continue living in the shadow of what they once had. He deserved honesty, respect, and a love